Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my learned friends, I greet you all. Once again, you are watching none other than Kirui Wilborn. That is actually my name. I was born in Kenya, Bomet County, Chipalungu Sub-County, Zikar Division, Chepkosa Sub-Location. So, if you wish to trace my roots, there you go. Am I youth? Just like the several youths we currently have in this country, and I'm here to raise some issues. I'm here to enlighten several youths in this country, in East Africa, in Africa, and even across the globes on some pertinent issues. First, I would like to mention that life for me has not been easy. Since I was born until now, that you can see me, that you can watch me speaking and smiling, it has not been easy. And as many have said, that the road to success is never smooth. I do agree with them. I was born in a family that ate its background being poor. Yeah, really poor. That is why when it comes to my education, I went through my education with difficulties. I attended Chiptolili Primary School in Bomet County, a public school just like any other. And if I can take you back, if I can recall, I can remember that I used to trek. I used to be running to and from school, a distance of around 2 kilometers away from home, running barefooted. At that time, I knew no shoes because my parents could not afford to buy me shoes. At times, even I could just wake up, take some sugarless tea, run to school. No chili, at times no breakfast, at times you come for lunch because actually it was a day school, a public primary school whereby you go, you come back for lunch, then you go back to school again. So at times I could come and find that there is no lunch at that moment. So what do? Either I have to attend my afternoon classes. So I just go back to school, hungry, haven't eaten nothing. And the most disturbing experience I had in primary school is that moment when I was yet to sit for my KCSE exams. I remember my parents came for prayer day. They told me everything they told me in motivation. They wanted me to perform, to be the best so that I may attend a very good, smart national school. That is a secondary school for that case. So I did my best. Of course, I passed. Having studied for my KCSE exams, I passed, and I was called to some good, very nice boarding school. Of course, there were two. One is Albutia Boys Secondary School. Two is Boymin Harriet Boys Secondary School. But you know what? I never attended those schools because my parents still could not afford to pay for my secondary school fee. So they just persuaded me, they convinced me to attend the nearest public day school, public secondary school, with the history of that public secondary school, none other than Kipkeke Secondary School, added that no one has ever sat for KCSE exams in that school and went to university. So I was so worried, but I said, anyway, what can I do? I'm going to go, and I'm very sure I'll make it. So my parents tried all they could, and I attended Kipkeke Secondary School in Bomet County, a day school. So life became more bitter. Life became more actually difficult. You know what? You could be going to school during the rainy seasons. At times in trains, so heavily. But you still have to trek. You still have to run to school. You can imagine crossing a lot of streams, a lot of rivers, flowing with water during heavy rains. But you need to cross and run to school. The kind of mud that could get stuck in your shoes. However, I did my best. I want to study, bearing in mind all the challenges that I had at that time. My parents even could not afford still to pay for my secondary school fees. So at times I could be chased out of class, chased out of the school, being told, go back home, bring school fees. Those are the moments that I used to hate the most. You can imagine. Other students are in class studying, being told, but you are on your way home, going for school fees. The fees that you're not sure even whether your parents do have or not. So at times I could cry while I'm on my way home. And the question I used to ask myself is, why me? I used to ask myself, why me? Why should all this happen to me? At that time, I actually never had anywhere to sleep. I used to go picking for somewhere to spend the night because my parents even had not actually gathered for my shelter. They could not afford. And the family I came from was a family that is just known for alcoholism. So no one even bothered to chip in and help me. So I used to cry on my way home, going for school fees that is not there, and asking myself, why me? Now, why me? But something told me that keep going, keep moving on. You are destined for greatness. You can make it. You can be great. So I did all my best, and I went through my high school education with difficulties, with such challenges, but I made it. So coming to my KCSE in Form 4, I passed and I joined university. I went to Southeastern Kenya University where I pursued Bachelor of Education Arts, English Literature combination. That is where I came to get my mind broadened, wider, and I came to see life in a different angle. That is where I came to realize that I should stay to live optimistic, ever trying, and never be a pessimist, to be crying. I saw my potential, came to realize that the future has got no one's name. written on it. It can still be mine. Yes, that is where I was introduced to politics, campus politics. I filed for some secretary general post in the student governing council. I was elected the secretary general of the Southeastern Kenya University Student Governing Council. I led, I served the society, the Seku society at that time, and I now became so exposed to politics. And I became an activist, and till now I am an activist actually. Humanity sank into my mind. Fairness, justice, transparency are the terms, are the vocabularies that are familiar with me. That by now I'm insisting to everyone that do to others what you would wish to be done to you. Make others feel how you would like to be made to feel. Because life, my people, is very difficult. This life is not fair. The world is not fair. It is merciless. So please, never be a reason as to why someone else cry. Never be a reason as to why someone's dream is getting paralyzed. And that is my history. And I keep going. I get going. More is coming.